podcast. Hit that like button. It's free. Hit that like button. It's free. Comment below. Subscribe if you got the time, man. We really appreciate that love for this, man. We're just tuning in real quick. Late night live fight chat, live fight talk, man. A lot of news that's been coming out lately. Obviously, you got the likes of Floyd Money Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, um, officially signed. Um, I guess officially ready to go for September 19th, 2026. Interesting timing, interesting fight. Not sure how I feel too much about this fight yet, but let's get into it. Let's get into it, man. Like I said, this ain't gonna be a long video. We just up right now early and getting ready to get the day going, get the day started, and obviously we had to, sit on it for a little bit, sit on the topic as everybody's been making the rounds, obviously, right? Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather 2, or should I say Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao 2. My early thought and disposition is, I guess we should have seen this coming. That's probably my first thought. And the reason I say that is because of the things that's been happening really with Floyd over the last 2 weeks, suing his former advisors and promotional companies and suing his old former network of Showtime. It should have been a writing on the wall that we all should have seen, right? I guess we should have seen it coming. 300 and something 20 million, I guess they're saying, was mismanaged in his case for the lawsuit that he put out, saying that all that money somehow, some way, is just now gone, removed, no longer in his pockets, right? Then it was the coming out of retirement. Many of us knew then, coming out of retirement, we should have known, man. We even start asking the question, who the hell can Floyd fight at the age of, 48, 49? Who hasn't been getting the fight since then? Manny Pacquiao hasn't fought since July, been saving himself for that big fight. He looked okay against Mario Barrios. But with everything that's been going on, the money issues, the concern, the lawsuits, you name it, man, we should have seen this thing coming. Should have seen it coming. And then threw us off with the Mike Tyson exhibition foul. Hey, Josh, how you doing, brother? Said 147 is weak. Yeah, Devin's number one in the class for sure, man. It's weak out there. Yeah, I mean, it's ripened for the picking. It's definitely ripened for the picking right now. If these two, gentlemen are going to do it, meaning Floyd and Manny, I guess this is the time to do it. All the big threats are gone. Boots is gone. Terrence is gone. Errol's back. He's moving up. And damn, man, now I think about it, Errol's coming back. Errol's coming back, right, July. Taking on Tim Tszyu. How much do y'all want to bet Errol gets the winner of Manny Pacquiao and Floyd? How much you want to bet Errol gets the winner of Manny Pacquiao and Floyd? They had been rumored for years. Errol been wanting the Manny Pacquiao fight. Got injured with the eye injury right before he's supposed to take him on, and that's when Ugas got him. Oh man, everybody come back the same. Man, fool me once. Okay. But you know what? I respect it. I would respect a Earl fight with either Floyd or Manny Pacquiao. But I hope it doesn't happen. Earl's got other smoke to take care of. I know he's going to 154-pound divisions, but man, I've seen this story before. Hey, yep. What's going on? You said no to it. You said no to Earl. I don't know, man. It's too much going on. PBC struggling. the lawsuits going on around Floyd Money Mayweather finally coming out of retirement and taking on Pacquiao, regurgitating this for us, getting to take on the likes of a Pacquiao, age 47, 48, a fight that we all saw the first time. And you can let me know who you think is going to win this fight. To be honest with you, um, I was there for the first fight in Vegas, and I didn't see anything that Manny Pacquiao can do to beat Floyd, and that's no disrespect. Um, I don't see anything that Pacquiao can do to beat Floyd, man. But anyways, here we are regurgitating the fight. Um, hey, Mr. Jackson, how you doing? Or JC King, my bad, messed that up. What's going on, Mr. JC King? Hit that like button. This free, comment below, subscribe. Let us know what you think, man. We just up early, chit chat, man, about some boxing talk. Obviously, everybody's been hearing about the Floyd Money Mayweather Pacquiao, um, you know, rematch, man, rematch. And I was telling you, like, we were in Vegas, man, for that fight. Now, don't get me wrong, Vegas was jumping. Vegas was, I've never seen Vegas like that. I've been plenty of times in Vegas. Never seen it like I ever seen it that weekend for the Pacquiao Mayweather first fight. And I don't think I've seen it again like that since. And I don't think it'll be the same fanfare in Vegas September 19th, 2026 when this fight goes down, unless they boost this card up, put some extra things on it. I am hearing rumors, but um, it's going to take a hell of a undercard to sell this thing off. The good news about this is Netflix. Shout out to Netflix. They do a good production, man. They do good shows, even though they mess with Jake Paul a lot, but the production's good. I like how they roll. I like the quality. It don't buffer a lot. Like the zone, for me, the zone buffers a lot. And maybe it's just me, but anyways, for this fight, man, I'll just tell you straight up first and foremost. Hey, Spirit, how you doing? How you doing? I'll tell y'all guys straight up. And y'all can drop it in chat who you think's gonna already win this fight. Are you even excited about this fight? Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Money Mayweather, the rematch. I will probably try to go anyways, even though I'm not that high on it. Um, I will be interested to just go check it out. And that's how they get us anyways, right? I love boxing, so I'm probably gonna check it out anyways. But with that said, I expect Floyd to do boxing masterclass on Manny Pacquiao. Again, no disrespect. I like Manny Pacquiao, but the Pacquiao I saw against Mario Barrios last July, I did think he won, but that was mainly because of a flat-footed, lackluster Mario Barrios that we just saw again with Ryan Garcia, who got him up out of there and dropped him plenty of times. I think Floyd has taken really good care of himself physically throughout these years. You can say what you want to say about him. Um, he's already started showing up some of his training videos, some of the work that he's been putting in. He's been active on the exhibitions, even though it's not top tier talent. Don't get me wrong, no top tier talent there, but staying active, man. Late 40s, moving like that, fighting like he does consistently 3 to 4 times a year on those exhibition bouts. Um, I just think Manny's been through so many wars, man. Father Time is on him. It's on Floyd too, but in this one, it's just who took better care of themselves throughout their career, who had less wars, less injuries throughout their career as well. Only thing that's really been plaguing Floyd is his hands. AMC, you said you only watch to see Floyd lose, but he probably won't. Not in this case. If Floyd continues to fight, though, Mr. JC, if he continues to fight and takes on some of the names we mentioned, maybe he takes on a Devin the Dream Haney, or Ryan Garcia. He could probably lose to one of them guys. Um, he'll beat the hell out of Rolly. Rolly's the weaker champion there. He can probably lose to an Earl if Earl's back full and fledged. He can probably, if he messes with the wrong young cat that's still out there, one of these young champions. Uh, I could see him losing. And to be frankly honest with you, if his money situation is how they're rumored it to be, Floyd might mess around and take that check and take that chance to make it happen. I would love to see that. I would love to see him challenge somebody where he's the underdog. which is rare for Floyd. Floyd's rarely an underdog, man. But who knows? Say hot wings. Yeah, man. Spot on, spot on. Overcame a lot. But man, if Floyd's gonna play around and keep doing this thing, man, I would like he's gotta take on one of the champs. But yeah, Mr. Jason, he might risk it for that check. He might risk it for that check. He might risk it for that money. That's the only thing I've seen Floyd's weakness, man. His spending habit gets him in this trouble all the time. This is not his first time. Everybody remember when he came back to take on after he beat Oscar De La Hoya, he had to come back and risk it all, taking on what he signed like a 6-fight promotional deal with Showtime, 20 million guaranteed every time. He didn't really want to come back, but he had to with those tax issues. You said 49, no way. I don't know. I'm telling y'all, man, Floyd's moving funny, man. Floyd's moving real funny right now. But then again, you know what? He's probably tricking us all, to be honest with you, putting that he needs the money and probably putting these fake, narratives out, and we're gonna tune in, watch Netflix, watch him and Pacquiao. He runs up a bag, retires again, and really never need it. Like you said, to your point, Mr. JC, I hope he doesn't need it because that's a terrible story. I hope he doesn't need the money. He's made so much, hundreds of millions of dollars, to mismanage that much money. Unless he took a really risky business move, I can get it. Like he invested, like trying to set up for that generational lifetime wealth, although he already kind of has it, but he's trying to become the next billionaire. Unless he took that kind of risk and loss, maybe I can see it. But bro, I hope it's not true. But we'll wait for the 50 Cent documentary. If it is, I swear, if it's true, somebody's gonna know and put it out. 50, who's in his own little mix up right now, anyways. But yeah, as far as the fight goes, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go check it out. It's still far away. I mean, September is way down the road. We got other big fights going on that's coming up, anyways. We got some UK fights going down. Trying to get out to the UK if I can. Check out a couple of those. John Pataya's fighting in a couple of weeks up in Vegas as well. It's some action going down this year. Earl obviously coming back right before then, so we'll see. You said the only way I would get it is if he needs to fight. I can see that. So are you saying like he's addicted to the fight game, which a lot of people say he is. He's a gym rat. I can see that if he's just saying like he's got to continue fighting because he's so addicted to it. He loves, and a lot of fighters have that issue, walking away from the game, walking away, not on top. You know what I'm saying? But I can see that. He's probably one of those type, very competitive. He saw what Terrence just did this year, 3-time undisputed. People putting him as one of the best to ever do it. They're forgetting about some of the things Floyd has done and the talent and skills he has. I can see that. And then you know what? And just to your point, Mr. JC, some people can't walk away, and that's usually when they end up getting hurt, um, either hurt or just doing it that one time too long and mess some things up. But Floyd's a true professional. One of my favorite fighters. Because not just what he did in the ring, but if you watch his workouts outside the ring, that hard work, dedication, that like he lives by that. I watched plenty of his tapes, seen all his workouts, the gyms and stuff he does, the wars behind the scene that they have. That man takes it serious, and I can see where he probably does not want to walk away because of how much he puts in a gym rat like that. Hard work, dedication, preparation. That's him, and I think he really loves the sport. Been doing it since he was 6, 7. So, but He I can see that. I can see that. Hard to walk away. I mean, they was just talking about Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora hitting his 50th fight here soon. Hard for him to walk away, but his wife making him do it. You know what I'm saying? Floyd ain't married. He's got kids and stuff, and plenty of them at that. But and grandkids and stuff that he needs to probably think about. Which maybe that's why he's also doing it, trying to leave them some more legacy, let them continue to push and see his greatness. But um, we don't have nobody to check you from continuing to fight. Floyd ends up in a situation where he's going to continue to fight because he's just doing what he wants to. He's his own man, and salute to him for that. But back to your point about hard to walk away. Yeah, them fighters, man, they have a hard time getting out of their own way, getting away from the sport, walking away from the sport, staying away from the sport because they love it. And to be honest with you, us as fight fans, sometimes I should be jealous of that because how many of us really want to have a career or something that we do in life that it's hard to walk away from? Most of us don't want to go to work tomorrow, but these guys love to get up, hit the pavement, hit the bag, get hit, do some punching, and walk into a craft that they love. So to be honest with you, it's a gift and a curse. It's a great thing and a blessed thing. So shit. Um, I gotta salute it, man. I gotta salute it. I gotta salute it. Gotta salute it. Um, and I think that's why we love this sport, man. When these guys put it all on the line. But with that said, I want to see the champions fight the other champions, man. You said, but if it was anyone, Floyd is the one that doesn't get. He doesn't, and that's why I'm favoring him over Pacquiao. His career, least amount of punishment. He was taking punishment when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, right, doing all that punching, getting in the way. But he didn't take much punishment when he turned into Floyd Money. When he turned to Floyd Money Mayweather, he preserved his career. He listened to his dad, and was taking a lot of punishment earlier. Got the tutelage from his uncle, and perfected that hit, not get hit. Perfected that Philly shell that he started out with, and he was able to really rejuvenate, keep himself, in great health. Pacquiao, on the other hand, we love him, great warrior, great fighter, but Pacquiao's been in some wars and he's been hit. He did not study the hit and not get hit. Brother went in there and again, it's made him a great, but he went there and got hit and did some punching. Hey, Brown 18618, how you doing? How you doing? What y'all got going on this beautiful day? But yeah, man, Pacquiao, man, he got hit, kept getting hit, did did he did his own fair amount of punching, but got punched, got hit too many times, and you add that up to this career to age 47, and that pays a lot, man. It it plays a lot on you. Um, plays a lot on you, and I think we're gonna see where Father Time, who this basic case, who who did Father Time take care of better? And I guarantee it wasn't Manny Pacquiao. You said, did we play Still Abroad? He's still Brandon. What you talking about, Brown one? And then you said Pac has a better diet. Yeah, I do. You talking about because he does all the rice and everything earlier? See, put that on now. I don't know what Brown one out there talking about. All right, so ain't no way. Pac pit work. You saying for better diet? I don't know about the better diet. I mean, Floyd eats junk food. He'll tell you that, but I think Floyd eats a junk food here and there because he explained it one time um, that it actually gives him a rush when he's in some of his training exercises and the way that he burns calorie through his workouts and through his training regimen that he can actually do certain things other fighters can't. But with that said, I think Pac, yeah, with his starch diet, it's a nice little look, but I still don't think it's. If you ask me who's in better shape, it's Floyd, and even at 49, it would have to be Floyd. But with that said, and to your point, Miss JC, both have top notch nutrition. Hell, I need half of their nutrition to be honest with you. Either one of them to be exact. Yeah, Floyd. See, I think and I can almost agree with you on the nutrition part, because Floyd gets away with a lot of things about how he works out. He's a gym rat, like we said earlier. He runs from, I mean, miles upon miles upon miles, even when he's not in training camp, even when he's been doing it in retirement. So, um, Floyd's workout and his dedication to the sport really kind of saves him from, I guess, having to be such a dietitian and watch for certain things. But when he's in camp, though, his nutrition his cook that he pays for the stars. But either way, I still got Floyd in better shape. Skills pay the bills. And here's the other thing: we always talk about how fast Pacquiao is, but I think speed is king. I think Floyd's punch is quicker. Punch is quicker, and his reflexes are quicker. Speed is king, and I think that's what really got him that first fight. And I think we'll get him in the second fight. Again, it'll be a slower down version of Floyd, and the same thing for Pacquiao. But I got him taking this. If I can move this over. But outside of that, man, we got. I mean, Earl's back, obviously around the same time frame. I wouldn't mind seeing the fight. I know some people disagree. I wouldn't mind seeing Earl take on the winner, and I can still see it. I just see that writing on the wall that's a PBC type move. What they're doing right now is a real PBC type move. Who's going to be burning up hot wings? You talking about Floyd burning it? Yeah. And you know what also be crazy? Is Shakur's been fighting everybody as well. If Shakur went up there and challenged him, challenged him with this one, perfect timing. They always talk about Shakur's the next Floyd. Prove it. Um, it will probably be a boring fight because they're both kind of, tactical in the ring and try to play things out and look. But it would definitely be one for boxing enthusiasts and those who really study it and try to understand how these two men can really challenge themselves and move around the ring. Facts. You can't let them do. You got to make it rough for Floyd. You got to make it tough for Floyd. Everybody talks about one of his toughest fights. Well, obviously was Mandana, and that's mainly because Mandana really didn't respect Floyd like that. He just went in there and let his hands go. And to beat guys like that who are, boxing first and hit and not get hit and rely on their skills to separate them from the competition, you got to make them uncomfortable, make them think too quick, you know, make them stay on their toes, pressure them. But at the same time, be careful because Floyd can still punch, and he's not known for knockouts, but he has respectable power, and he can catch you with counters all night if you too sloppy. But I definitely agree. You can't let him think. I mean, you can't let him do what he wants to do. You got to rough him up, big man him if you can. You say you don't think Floyd wants that Shakur fight? It'll be a tough young fighter to go up against for sure. And Shakur's, I mean, growing leaps and bounds, leaps and bounds. He's gonna be one of them ones, man. If Shakur had a little bit more um, pop, man, or I mean, if Shakur had a little bit more pop, if he had Javante take Davis power, that boy would be dangerous, 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 dangerous. Yeah, fast brawlers, man. They're Floyd's kryptonite. Even though I mean, it's hard to beat Floyd anyways, but um, it is a style that he struggles with. I mean, look what Oscar did to him in their first fight. Split decision victory, tough. Oscar kept that pressure on him. He just kind of let the foot off the gas towards the middle rounds in the back half. He's 49, for sure, for sure. What's up, Frito? But yeah, man, Floyd, if you can pressure him right and do it right, man. David Benavidez, for facts, facts, Frito. David Benavidez is also one of my favorite fighters to watch right now. The Monstro, the Vendetta Roja. Yeah, David's a real one. You got him winning against Zerto May 2nd. I'm picking David, but it's going to be a tough one. But they've got plenty of sparring between each other. They both know each other very well. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, David, man. David's he's a real one. He's a real one. Willing to fight any. We need more fighters like him. For real, for real. The whole new ball game. Facts. Everything's changing. And I like the way the sport of boxing is changing. We got some real fighters out there that's really to throw hands, not afraid to lose, not afraid to do some punching, and not even afraid to get knocked down or knocked out. They're just trying to get the victory, trying to show out. They see where the money is now. It's where the people who are entertaining. We back to the entertainment business and not just the protection business and trying to keep a perfect record. No disrespect to Floyd, but he kind of ruined some of these guys that you got it. The only way you can get the money is if you become undefeated and keep that perfect O. But they forgot what Floyd did to get to the O. He took on some names. He fought well. And when he did fight, he talked. He had personality, he had charisma, he had all that. And you paid to see him lose, is really what you were paying to do. Now that you went into protection custody, he still fought champions on top of champions. No matter what you want to think about Floyd's career, he fought the who's who and made some of their names as well. But with these new guys, man, these new guys, this new wave, this new age of fighters, heart, heart, dedication. Um, they want it. They want it fast. They're not waiting around 10 years, marinating and all that. They getting hands out there. They throwing hands, fighting whoever is available. You said Errol Spence was the best, and that car, man, Errol was my man, is my man. Um, I do a lot of check out our other videos, by the way. We got a couple Earl coverages and certain things that's been going on with him. But yeah, Earl was a dog. And I think he rushed back too quick after that car accident, even though he was successful, beating the likes of Ugas and a couple others. I'm sorry, Ugas, but who did he beat after that? Um, Not my man Garcia. Lose my Puerto Rican cat from Philly. It's gonna come to me in a second. But anyways, beat Ugas, and but rushed into that Terrence Crawford fight. A car accident like that, man, it shakes you up mentally, physically, everything. It was a blessing that he even walked out of that thing and then get back in the ring like that. But yeah, Earl was my guy. And I can't wait till you get back in that ring. Tim Zoo, rumored to be between June and July. It's gonna be a great fight. You said there's a couple of greats that only lost to Floyd until they made them fight each other. Facts. And in fact, the one that outside of Pacquiao his damn self and Marquez, who went to war with each other. And by the way, speaks to yeah, it is Garcia. Then I thought it was. Thank you, Frito. Um, Danny. Yeah, 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 yeah. My Puerto Rican brother. Um, yeah, Danny Garcia, who had that bad left hook for them years. Um, very successful against uh, those guys. But and Danny was no joke back then. Danny was no joke back then. Said Tim Zoo's not as good as his dad. Fair. By accolades and everything, he's taken some hard losses here. You know, Tim got in his own way. Tim got in his own way. Where he just keeps he wanted to be a pressure knockout fighter. And he was. But then he forgot to move his head off the line. And he kept trying to press too much, man, and do too many, just try to brawl it out too much. And all salute to him. He's a that speaks the heart, but at the same time, you got to have some tactics when you go in there. And by the time he learned it, man, it's too late. He got knocked out by Fandora, knocked out by Moritala, trying to do the exact same thing. Then when he tried to box correctly against a Fandora switched up his damn game plan and started fighting at length. And it was just, and that's a bad style matchup for Tim anyway. You got to be quick on your feet to fight a guy like Tim. I'm sorry, to fight a guy like Sebastian Fandora. But Tim, I think Tim can come back. He's just not going to top out like his dad did and get the accolades that his dad had. Said Carissa Shields a joke. No offense, just your opinion. Why do you think she's a joke now? I think Carissa, she's a little cringe at times for certain of the things she do. But boxing wise, she's the truth. All eyes, man. We are not paying attention. There we go. You said, okay, let me go back to your Frito. You said Jose Luis Castillo whipped Floyd. Hey, I thought it was a close fight. But that is the one fight that everybody thinks Floyd did lose. Um, it was a hell of a fight. And by the way, that's the style that, again, that we talked about earlier, that Floyd has troubles with pressure, aggressive fighters, rough fighters. Um, you know what? Now that you bring that, I might go back and watch that fight, actually. I haven't watched that in a while. Um, it was good. It was a damn good fight. But some people forget, like, Floyd gets touched here and there. It's the same thing with the Mondana fight, right? Just because Floyd's getting hit, it don't mean you're losing the fight. But granted, Castillo was a different category, and Castillo was on point that night and really caught, I ain't gonna say a lackluster Floyd, but a different Floyd that night. But now that you bring it up, though, I think I might go back and watch that today. That was actually a good fight. I tell you who also gave, he didn't give Floyd trouble because Floyd ended up beating his ass, but um, my man Mosley. I remember I was late coming into that fight and walked in that second round, and I saw that That right hand goes straight down the pipe, and Floyd buckled. And I thought for the first time, that's the only time I've been watching a fight of Floyd's in a long time, anyways, that I thought he was about to lose. I thought he was about to lose when Sugar Shane hit him viciously, and he buckled. I've never seen Floyd buckle like that in a long time. I thought it was over, and I had just walked into that. I'm talking about just walked in, and I saw that. That was the one time I thought, "Oh damn, Floyd's about to go out." Um, but we all know how it happened. Floyd gathered himself, true champion, got that chin right, boxed beautifully, and wore Mosley out the rest of that fight. And that speaks to pedigree, man. Chin as well. I think his chin is underrated. I think Floyd's chin is hella underrated. You said Marcos Maidana and Adrian Broner. Very enjoyable fight, funny fight. I watched that one as well. And it, I know the term is used a lot when we say certain fighters wore down or ruined another fighter's career. But Marcos Maidana single-handedly ruined Adrian Broner. He was never the same. It took all his confidence away. I think that out of anything, that's what he did the most. He ruined that man's confidence. Uh, Adrian spiraled out of control. He was already loose, anyways, but when you took that man's confidence, he just could never get back. And I feel bad because Adrian was, as far as talent wise, he was there. Had good speed. He just, after that ass whooping from Maidana, all confidence gone. A fighter with no confidence is not really a fighter anymore. Um, they're just there. They're just there. They're without that confidence. They're not beating anybody of no high caliber. They're just solely relying on cruise control with their talent, and that's what Adrian ended up doing for his next rest of his career. Couldn't beat another top talented fighter. Couldn't let his hands go. Gun shy. Um, man, who's that you want to see? Mr. JC, who you said you want to see? Yeah, and if fair, Frito, Adrian did ruin himself as well. I mean, he couldn't turn the bottle down. Period. Um, but rooting for him to come back. Okay, you talking about Broner there, Mr. JC, for sure. He's an interesting guy, charismatic. I think I've seen him out once, and he had everything, man. He had the mouthpiece, he had the look, he had the confidence at the time. It just fell apart, man. The drinking, and then Madonna put hands up on him. It's a bad situation when all that comes together, spiraled out of control, and ruined that man's life. Man, yep. Hey, Justice Black. Yeah, I thought Adrian was going to be the next Floyd when he first came out, and he was. They were building him up to be, just like Tank. I mean, Tank was necessarily going to be like Floyd. He had his own little style, but you get what I'm saying. The next big face of boxing, and Gervonta kind of did do that, but look at him ruining himself right now with legal troubles. But yeah, Adrian, man, Adrian was supposed to be that guy, and he didn't take it. He had all the outside stuff that Floyd, possessed as far as the entertainment value. But the one thing I guess Floyd didn't forgot to tell him was, yeah, you can do all that talking and stuff. That's part of the game. That's how you get the money. That's how you get the bread. But it's the preparation outside the ring that's more important, that the cameras don't get to see all the time for Floyd. The running, the in the work ring, um, the dog mentality, the dog fights that they have, and their constant, 5-minute round battles nonstop. I mean, Floyd stayed in the gym, period. And you got to back it up with something. I feel you on that, Hot Wings. Yeah, you got to brawl. At the end of the day, if you're gonna get beat, go out swinging. You said we need the bronze. Man, he's coming back April 4th, 2026 over in the UK, fighting over in the O2 Arena. We That's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight. He's taking on obviously Derek Warchazor. Thing with the Brahmer, Deontay, his confidence got to come back. He's definitely not no Adrian Broner or nothing like that. But since losing to Tyson King Fury, Fury's been living rent free in Deontay's head. He just can't get out of that loss. He took that first loss. It broke his confidence. And he's got to get that thing back. He says he's back. He says he's back happier. I know he had some issues, with his ex fiance and his brother stealing money and stuff like that. He had a lot of personal things outside the losses that were kind of impacting his mentality and his confidence and his emotions. He spoke about it on past couple of interviews. Um, Hopefully he's back, man, because we need to see that. I need to see that crazy Wilder. I need to see that reckless abandoned Wilder that fought with pure heart, weighing up but 220 pounds, 215 pounds, letting them hands go against guys weighing 80 pounds. Need that guy. He was exciting for the heavyweight division. There's a couple guys coming up, by the way. I watched some guy named Price Taylor or Taylor Price that was on the undercard of Clarissa. He seemed like a pretty decent heavyweight. I haven't really checked on him too. I've seen him once or twice before because he beat Polite Coffee, who was a sparring partner of Deontay Wilder before. But we got to get some more. To your point, Frito, we got to get this American heavyweights back. Back going. Um, Everybody's in the NFL or UFC or NBA. I mean, I can't blame big money's over there. Much chances to make it, less impact, less violent. Well, football's violent, but you're not getting punched in the face for a living. You say it was Sugar Ray and Ali in your days, Hot Wings. For sure. But definitely the greatest, and some of the guys that, Sugar Ray Robinson, one of the greatest to ever do it. They argue he should be number one over Ali a lot of times. Yeah, Deontay needs to just slug it out. Respect, like, manage the slug though. Like, don't go reckless abandon because everybody can heavyweight can pop and punch. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how. You say how scrappy dudes who fight. Wait, I'm reading that all wrong. Let me see. Oh, okay, I got you. You say how scrappy dudes who fight like it is hobby. Dudes who treat it like a job. Floyd was born for it. Yep, some fighters just get tired of treating it like a job. Facts. Yeah, when they like, I think that's what we were talking about earlier. When some of these fighters just can't walk away because it's born in them. They love it. Can't turn the game down. They love the game. Love the fade. Have any of you ever watched? I'm about to go off on a tangent. Paid in Full. And Mekhi Phifer's character was in the car talking about, selling drugs, whatever, and why he can't get out the game. He loved the game. He loved the hustle. For those of you who know, might be dating myself, but go back and watch Paid in Full. Watch that that particular scene, and that's what it's like for some of these boxers. They just love the game, love the hustle, love the fight, love to just get up and do some punching, and some of them like to get hit. They like the sword. They like to be. They just love it, man. They love it, and the attention. Yep, to you, strangeness. Yeah, they love the attention. Fame comes with it, man. They come with it. The money that comes with it. They can't give it up. They love to be front and center, and that's kind of Floyd's thing. He loves the attention, loves the front and center, loves the money. Most definitely my sheep. Most definitely. Yep, that's the Alpo movie. Right on. Mr. JC, you are right on. Paid in full, Alpo's movie. Have I seen Emmanuel Navarrete? Yeah, yeah. I like Emmanuel. You said in Hot Ones, you said, so why leave? Um, Sometimes they get forced out. Father time. Most boxers end up leaving because a lot of times it's promotional companies force them out, the name. And I think that's starting to go away. I think promotional companies are starting to get away from like a father that takes a loss or two, starting to put them away, especially with Zuffa boxing now in the game, bringing a lot of fighters back, keeping them active. But in the past, it's usually they can't get a fight, promotional companies and scheduling and all that. If you take too many losses. Um, but the obvious ones are father time. Some of these guys can't manage themselves outside the ring enough to keep father time up off of them. And obviously the wars that they take. So that's number three is the physical damage, physical wear and tear. Sometimes the health hits them hard. Um, and then back to the promotional company. Sometimes when you take a couple losses, you lose the money. The fights that keep you going aren't paying enough for you to keep taking that risk as well. He said, "How many dudes can fight and are always in the gym but don't care about going under the bright lights?" Facts. A lot of people don't. You got to really love that thing. Strangers to your point. There's a lot of people that can fight, and outside of just loving it and getting in there and with the bright lights, being able to fight, um, and not liking the intention, like you said, some people don't actually perform well when the eyeballs are on them. You always hear these stories about sparring guys, sparring partners that are just beast in the gym, beast in sparring, knocking guys out, beating some of the guys that we, you know, hold in the top 10, but they just couldn't step out and do it underneath the lights and turn it on. Some people perform even better, terrible at sparring, beautiful in the professional realm. Jeff Holloway's Floyd was on top. Most definitely. He was and walked away from it. And I think he's kind of having a. Sometimes I think Floyd is having regrets about certain things in his career that he maybe not pushed the envelope as far as he knew he could. Yeah, you gotta be a certain kind of person that want to fight in front of a crowd. Yep, with no 100% strangeness. 100%. You gotta have a different mentality. These guys, these fighters, these boxers, they're built different. Same thing for the MMA guys. Some of these guys they're just built different, built crazy. And again, love their sport. You said the lights are a factor, most definitely. Some of these guys would be better if it wasn't for the crowd. We might see some people take losses if it wasn't for the crowd. Some of these guys that are on the top of their game, some of these guys that are either undefeated or taking one or two losses in their career probably would took plenty um, without the crowd. Appreciate it, strangers. Most definitely, man. Appreciate that. Hit that like button. It's free. Comment below, and as always, subscribe. We're just rocking out impromptu right now. Probably gonna wrap it up here in a little bit, but check out our other videos if you got time. We're just hanging out, chilling. It's what we normally do. Love sport, love boxing, love to chit chat, love to talk about it. Definitely appreciate the love, the support that everybody's been putting out there for us. Small channel, we're going quick and fast, and again, just a hobby for us. So rock in, tune in, check us out. Turn that one. You said when you said honestly, this fight has to be fought again. Floyd's gonna burn a clock again. Uh hmm. I don't think he's gonna burn it like he did the first one. I think for the first one, he respected Pacquiao's power, as he should have. And I think for this next one, he's going to know that Pacquiao's still strong, but not strong enough to really do too much damage to him. Just go around, especially at this later point in their career. Um, I think Floyd, if he's smart, will try to go for. He can't stop Pacquiao, but more of a punishment type fight in this one to show that he is that much of a better skilled boxer than Pacquiao. I think he had a chip on his shoulder. Some people uh, kept saying Pacquiao won that first fight. I don't know how. And then the excuses with the rotator cuff kind of played into it. So I think Floyd never thought he got his just due from that first fight that he should have. Um, so in this one, I think he's going to try to come out for a dominant display early, and then maybe in the back half, kind of just carry the fight. But that's just my opinion on it. All right. Well, we talked for a minute on this, man. We appreciate everybody for rocking out, man. Appreciate that love. Again, as always, hit that like button. It's free. Comment below and subscribe if you got the time. Check out our other videos, our background. We got some other videos dropping today, later today, covering Floyd. We've got some John Pacquiao topics coming up. We've got some Clarissa Shields. Uh, got a Sebastian Bandura and Keith One Time Thurman video about a quick breakdown about the drop later this week as well. I still got Keith One Time Thurman beating Sebastian Fundora. Speaking of Father Time, still got him doing this thing. You said you was enjoying the COVID boxing matches in 2020, but the money wasn't there. Fair, yeah, it was not enough money to keep that going unless they was going to make everything pay per view. Um, but that underground, that's kind of why I like Zuffa. Zuffa kind of brought that little COVID style back, small arena that they're fighting out of in Las Vegas. A little bit bigger than the COVID arena, obviously, but um, really personal arena out there. I wouldn't mind checking that out. Pacquiao Marquez 4 was the best. Man, that was one of the best, most exciting fights I've seen in them. And tell you what, that Marquez 4 knockout of Pacquiao, I think that took a couple of years off of Pacquiao. That was a hard hit. Hard hit. And yeah, Floyd can't do that. I don't Floyd can't knock out Pacquiao, in my opinion, unless he's got some old man strength that came into play. You know, they say you get a little bit older, sometimes you get that little some more of that grown man strength, some of that old man, that grandpa strength that might come up out of him. But anyways, man, we talked too long on this, man. Hit that like button, it's free, comment below and subscribe as always. Check out our other videos. Again, we got some stuff dropping this week. And like I said earlier, I got that Sebastian Fundora, Keith One Time Thurman coming soon, Jao Pataya, Chris Shields, and you name it. We keep rocking, we keep putting it out. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. As always, it's your boy Cash Robeson, a podcast. Until the next time. Peace.